Hey, what's up guys? It's Figgy here, bringing you another video. And today I'm going to be talking about Destiny. No, I'm not going to be talking about the Rise of Iron expansion yet. Maybe I might make a video of that in the future. But I haven't gotten that far into the game to unlock the expansion yet. So maybe in the future I'll make a video about that. But I'm just going to be talking about my experience with the game so far. How's the game been in general? How's the game been in year 3 in general? So I want to talk about first thing I want to talk about is the gameplay of this game, because this game is fun to play. I'll give it that. The game itself is pretty repetitive. I mean, you're gonna be doing the same missions kind of over and over again. I'll talk about that later, but the gameplay itself, like the gun combat and shit like that, is really fun. I'll give it that. Like the different weapons really change up the game. I mean, most of the time, like when you kill enemies, they'll drop like the same kind of gun. But when you do like different missions from different people and complete like an entire mission set, they'll give you like legendary weapons and epic weapons, and those are always almost pretty much unique. So they'll play differently and stuff like that. So that's a good way to like incentivize you to do all the quests and shit you haven't finished. But yeah, the gun combat and gameplay is good in general so far. And this is an MMO, so you're gonna be like playing for like loot and stuff like that. And there's like different armor, like different helmet, chest armor, leg, like they don't call it, like, they call it boots. There's different sorts of types of armor, different types of things you could put on the guy and stuff. So to increase your stats, because the way this game works is that you don't have like like this isn't like Call of Duty where you have like a steady like supply, like not a supply, like a steady number of grenades in the beginning, and you just have to like find grenades throughout the level. This isn't like Call of Duty. Your grenade refills over time. It's like a special attack. It's like a charged attack or whatever. It recharges over time, and the better like loot you get, the faster it cools down. That, and also your melee move cools down as well, because your melee move is like a one hit kill when it's fully charged, but you can melee when it's not fully charged, but it won't do as much damage. So that, and you have this like ultimate ability. After like killing a bunch of enemies, you get this ultimate ability, and when you start the game, they ask you to choose like from three different character sets, and these character sets have different special ways, special different ways they use the weapons and the types of powers and shit like that. So it sort of incentivizes you to play the game over with a different character, even though you're doing the same thing. The powers switch it up enough for it to be unique. That being said, I mean, well, most of the powers anyway. Some of the powers are pretty much the same throughout the classes, except they're like the main ones. The special, especially the super like charged main one. That'll be different, but most of them are the same, kind of. But it's different enough for you to play with a different, you know, start with a different character when you're finished with the main story, because I believe the main story is like 12 to 15 hours, which is not bad. I ha- I mean, I'm level 40, and I don't think I'm even halfway through the story. The reason I'm taking so long is because you know I have this like obsession with grinding. I need to like grind, even though you don't have to grind. I do it anyway because I don't want to like encounter a boss that's like so freaking hard I can do damage to them or whatever, like how it used to be in Destiny back in the days. You don't have to grind, but I personally do grind. But when I say grind, I don't mean like doing the same mission over and over again. I mean like there's this type of mission called patrol where they put you on a level, and they they tell pretty much you get to run around the level and kill all the enemies over and over and over again. Or maybe maybe if you want to, you could like access this kind of interactive information thing where they send you missions and they reward you for it and stuff like that. So that's a nice way to level up and shit like that. But yeah, as a result of me doing that, the bosses are pretty much not they're not easy. They're challenging. They're so challenging. I still died a lot to some one of them, I think. But they're manageable. They're manageable now. So yeah, that's great. So you don't necessarily have to grind, but I do it just in case. I'm paranoid, alright. And next thing I want to talk about is the social spaces. This is the place where I got to hate it so much because when when you finish the first part of the game or whatever, it just basically turns into this kind of system where you go to the social space, which is called the tower. They call it the tower, or until you unlock the rest of. There are like three different social spaces, I believe, but the first one is the tower, and when you unlock it, the ability to go to it. Here's what you do: you go to the tower, you talk to a guy or a girl, whatever. They give you a mission. You go to a planet. You do the mission. You come back. You talk to another person. You do the mission, and you come back. And the mission ultimately boils down to either you collecting something, you finding something, you scanning something, and it also like turns into this web def no web defense um wave defense kind of thing where you you when you're scanning something, he'll tell you, "Oh my gosh, you the fallen or the enemies are coming. You gotta protect me." And he'll do that every single time. It gets kind of, I mean, not kind of, really repetitive after a while, but again, the gun combat still keeps it kind of fresh. So, but it ultimately boils down to that. You go collect something, fight something, scan something, and you gotta fight off enemies while doing it. So, but luckily, again, the enemy variety is there, so that's good. And also, you do have vehicles in this game. There, you have this your like personal vehicle which you can like summon at any point, but it doesn't have any weapons on it. You just like use it to get around the planets and shit faster. And you know, when you grind, I mean, when not when you grind, when you level up and stuff, you get better versions of that, and you could do faster stuff. And there's also Sparrow, the vehicles is called Sparrow, and there's also Sparrow Racing in this. I think it only comes around like once a year. Like, yeah, I think it only comes around like for Christmas, but yeah, I gotta try it out and see how it goes. And the leveling up in this game is is pretty nice. I mean, they level you up at a really like, I shouldn't say perfect, but a near perfect rate. I mean, they don't level you up too quickly to the point where you have so much unlocking so much shit that you don't even know what to do. But they don't level you up too slow either. So it's with that perfect balance, I believe. It's that perfect balance. And they have this thing where you collect it when if you're year 3 and you just started the game, they give you this thing to automatically level up to level 25. So that's less, leveling up you have to do to start using the better gear and the better weapons and stuff. So that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. They all pretty much all MMOs do that when they release a new expansion and the enemies are too hard for newbie players to kill, so they release like something to level you up. So that's good. That's good they did that. Cause I'm at level 40 right now, and I'd still probably be like at level 30 or 35 right about now. So I mean that's good that they let you do that. So yeah. So I pretty much talked about everything in the solo game so far, and I should also say that this game is a lot more fun with friends. A lot more fun with friends. I gotta put that fact out there. If you have at least one friend that plays this, invite him to a party, and you guys will you have a lot of fun in this game with friends. It's a lot more fun with friends. Even though it's pretty fun by yourself, you should definitely get some friends to party up with and play the game with. And it's also required for some levels because like there's this type of mission called a strike, where you go into this like dungeon and you fight a bunch of really hard enemies and then fight a really hard boss and you get some amazing loot, but you absolutely need a good team to do that. So you can't do the strikes without a good team. So just that's one point I gotta put out. And I also gotta talk about the multiplayer in this game. Now this is a very very like mixed bag kind of multiplayer because the multiplayer isn't the main part of this game for me. I mean, I know there's a lot of people who play this game solely for the multiplayer, but it's a very mixed bag for me kind of way because for one thing it's there's this ability to like teleport up in the air once you press X twice. So and there's this kind of like tactic going around now where they just do that and pull out a shotgun and just kill you immediately, and that's just running rampant through the community. Like people have been doing that nonstop, and it's pretty damn annoying to play against. So I I've been waiting for that to die down kind of way so I could jump back into it because the multiplayer is really hard. I mean, you don't die. I mean, how should I say this? You die reasonably quick, not as quick as like Call of Duty or anything. I mean, like you do take a little bit longer to die, but one like two shotgun rounds and you're dead. But you do that at a pretty normal like a normal pace. But the weapons, I don't think the weapons have an effect. Like the level of the weapons and stuff have an effect on how it performs in the multiplayer. Like if you have a ultra legendary super ultra void weapon or some kind of thing like that, you won't be like be able to go into the multiplayer and just destroy everybody. I mean, like all of the assault rifles pretty much perform the same way in multiplayer. All all of the guns perform the same way. I could I could pretty much assume that all of the guns perform the same way. Even though if you have like a low level gun, I believe when you go into multiplayer, just all of them do the same damage and the same everything. So that's nice. But there are some, but the your abilities still carry over. So take, I don't know if that's a necessarily a good thing because they don't let you have the beastly weapons, but you still have the beastly ass powers to pretty much kind of wreck out everybody. So, but again, they still kind of balanced it, but it's still kind of OP kind of way. So you gotta take that with a grain of salt. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it for Destiny. So what I what I want to leave you guys with is this: if you are looking to get into a how should I say this MMO-ish kind of game where you gotta work and level up and get that real feeling of accomplishment and stuff when you do this when you level up and stuff. If you're looking for a kind of game like this, like Warframe, but not free to play, this is the best alternative. I know the Division is pretty much that kind of game, but that sucks. So this is a pretty good alternative to Warframe if you're looking for it. And this is a pretty good all-round first-person shooter. It's pretty fun. So if you're looking for that, this is your game. Is it worth full price even with all three expansions? I don't think so. If you get it for like $40, definitely pick this up. Do not let this pass you by if you get it on sale. But at 60, I don't think this is worth it though. I really don't. So yeah, I pretty much think that's it, guys. If you want to see more videos from me, maybe subscribe. Um, Leave a comment telling me what you think about the video. Maybe I did something wrong. Maybe I said something wrong. So tell me down in the comment section down below. And yeah, guys, I said like, favorite, and subscribe. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.